Our nation is in the midst of a public health catastrophe. We are rapidly approaching more than 200,000 confirmed American deaths, and the virus is still spreading rapidly. At the very first public briefing held by the Select Committee, public health experts, including two former FDA commissioners appointed by Republican presidents, discussed the importance of testing, tracing, and targeted containment. Regrettably, more than 7 months after the virus claimed its first American life, the federal government has still not yet incorporated these recommendations into a national strategy to protect the American people. Back in April, the administration considered implementing a national strategy, but decided not to do so because at the time the virus was primarily spreading in blue states. A public health expert who worked closely with the White House Coronavirus Task Force recalled, and I quote, "The political folks believe that because it was going to be relegated to Democratic states, that they could blame those governors and that would be an effective political strategy," end of quote. Just yesterday, we saw the president still employing this political strategy, boasting that there would be fewer deaths, and I'm quoting him here, if you take the blue states out. That is unconscionable. Instead of addressing this shortfall at a national level, the president and his political advisors are continuing to downplay the problem and undermine scientific recommendations. The Select Committee is investigating several instances of political meddling, and we are determined to provide the truth to the people. On October 2nd, Secretary Azar, Alex Azar, the Secretary of HHS, will be appearing before the Select Committee. This will be the first time he has testified before Congress since February, and we are going to urge him to make improvements to save American lives. The administration's failures have prolonged this crisis, resulting in tens of thousands of preventable deaths and worsened economic devastation. Make no mistake, contrary to what the president says, public health experts and economists alike agree that the only way we are going to fix this economy is to stop the spread of this virus. We all hope that a safe, effective vaccine is found as soon as possible. But this finding must be based on sound science, not partisan politics. And we will need to ensure that the vaccine is distributed effectively, efficiently, and equitably. Because what science tells us is how we can save lives, not based on who has the most money or the best political connections. President Trump's continued insistence that the coronavirus will just go away on its is a dangerous, wishful thought. It is far past time for the White House to acknowledge reality, correct its failures, and finally provide the leadership we need to fight this pandemic. Congress must provide the resources needed for a national strategy, and that's what the HEROES Act meets. It meets the needs of the American people. And I am hopeful that we can soon get wise to the science and do what is necessary to save lives, get our children back in school, get people back to work, and get the economy moving again. We must get beyond this pandemic, and that's why we are here. And with that, I'm pleased to yield to the distinguished chair of the Energy Commerce Committee, Chairman Pelosi.